Yo, what's up
Hello.
there, guys? This is Immersive Gamer 83, and thank you very much for stopping by. Today, we are in my first ever live podcast on my channel. We've got VR Gaming Evolved. We saying, man? Cool?
Good to be here, man.
Yep, you too, man. And also Game Hard 4.0. How you going, bro?
What's up, ho? Yeah, man. Glad
Yeah.
to be here. Glad to be
Was
here.
that game hard 4.0?
Yes. And we may also be joined by VR Gamer Dude as well, depending on how things go. So today, we're just on a random one, really. Like I thought, trying to get together and just talk a little bit about No Man's Sky. I've been following it quite a lot recently, and just thought I'd get the bros together and just have a little discussion about it. So yeah, what were your opinions, guys?
Oh,
Well,
where should we begin? I mean,
we
the
love
fact
the
that you're
space.
and the fact that you're gonna be able to explore the vast universe. Visiting planets. Visiting different. See different animals, faunas. I mean, I'm excited.
I'm completely excited as well, man. I think it's just absolutely amazing that like a studio that's literally got 4 people is going to be doing stuff that's like on a much bigger scale than some of the 800 artists working at Ubisoft. Like it's just crazy to think that's like a team of 4 can do that and exceed the amount of content you're going to get available. It's just crazy. Super
Yeah.
excited, man, and the actual game itself. I mean, I don't know exactly what the story is. I think they've kept that under wraps. Whether there is going to be a story or whether it is just exploration. Either way, if they do get that working in VR, it's going to be the place to be, man. Like it's just going to be you only ever need one game, really.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely categorized as a first-person, open world survival game, and I mean the players take the role of a planetary explorer in a uncharted galaxy. So you are definitely going to be both exploring and trying to survive. So yeah.
It's super excited. Like the actual ships as well. Like some of the ships that there's like, from what I gather, there's like 3 different classes. So there's if you just want to be like Greg and start shooting shit, which I imagine is pretty much one of the things that Greg's going to be doing. There's a place for you in No Man's Sky, and so there's fighter class. There's like a exploration, which has got like a much bigger warp drive, so you can go further quicker. And there's also like trading vessels as well, and there's pretty much unlimited variants of every single one as well. It's just crazy.
Yeah, on the topic of ship classes, I've noticed as well, if you pre-order it on Steam at the moment, you get an upgraded ship, like with an upgraded warp drive and stuff.
Starter ship, yeah, definitely. And we've got VR Gamer Dude in the house. What you saying, bro?
What up? What up?
What?
What up? What up, peeps? What up?
And it's quite a big turnout, to be honest, on a random one, because this was literally just came together. It wasn't planned. It was just literally on a random one, and everyone was good enough to jump in. So thank you very much for jumping in, guys.
Yeah, we are super
right on,
excited,
man.
though. I mean,
Glad to be here.
if they ever chooses to enable VR in such a game, I mean, can you just imagine? I'm just reading a little bit about it. The fact that where can I start? Well, let's just talk a little bit about the game. I mean, what it says here, the player is equipped with a survival spacesuit with a jetpack, a multi-tool which can be used to scan, mine, and collect resources, as well as to attack or defend oneself from creatures and other entities while on a planet. And a spacecraft that allows them to land and take off from planets, travel between them, and engage in combat with other spacefaring vessels. I mean, everything about this game is so cool, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of upgradables as well. I was reading that you're able to upgrade like your actual spacesuit yourself, so that if you were going to like a cold environment or a harsh radioactive environment, you'll have to upgrade your suit to suit the environment so you can survive. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Definitely, I think certain planets, you probably won't be able to survive there unless you've leveled up. So you probably have to start off, by visiting closer planets on the outskirts of the universe before you can actually sort of venture deeper in. And maybe there's like risk versus reward shit going on, where like some of the actual planets that are like really deadly and hazardous have got like high value minerals or something worth, but when I watched some of the videos on it, literally though, you can literally walk all the way around and it will take you days and days and days. These are real scaled planets, the size of fucking actual worlds, man, and it's just crazy. Like, it looks just like a 70s art, 70s sci-fi art. It's just crazy.
I really think that the grin factor, the grin you get on your face thinking about this game is just through the roof right now. Everything is just spot on. I can't wait though. And you can actually now pre-order this game on Steam, can you not?
Yes.
Yeah, you certainly can. It is available for pre-order, and it's going available on the 24th of June. So that's approximately 3 months, 1 week, 2 days, and 18 hours for those that give a shit. $39.99, and if you do pre-order, you get some sort of Horizon Omega in pre-order incentive.
Yeah.
So to be honest though, like, the fact that this thing is going to run on a fucking PS4 blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind that like PS4 is going to be able to run this well enough, and potentially even well enough for VR. And I think I said to you guys earlier about the fact that the actual, because it's not, none of the information other than the assets is loaded with the download, so the game doesn't have to think about pre-rendering shit that you're walking into. It's doing it in real time, just procedurally. It's crazy. Absolutely amazing, to be honest.
I can see we are accompanied by Sean from Portland, and he says, "I hella want to play that shit."
Definitely, man. Oh yeah, 100% Sean, man. And it's always good to see you on jumping in on that, and jumping on the comments as well. Always in on the comments. Thanks, mate.
We all hella want to play that shit.
Ooh, Don is breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit there, mate. Yeah, Don, mate, you broke up just there, buddy. But it did sound like he was pretty excited. Yeah, it's kind of slowed you right down, so you sound a bit drunk, mate. You're like, "Who, me?"
I can see another little cool feature in this game, and that is the player character is looking to collect information on the planets and the life forms and other features of these planets to upload to the Atlas, a galactic database, as depicted in the game's cover artwork, which they are paid for with units, the in-game currency. Yep. So I guess units are used to purchase new survival gear, tools, and spacecraft. Yeah, with more powerful abilities and defenses, allowing the player to explore more of the galaxy. Just as you said there, Wayne. To be able to explore deeper and further into the galaxy, you definitely have to upgrade and keep working hard.
And if you discover something that's like no one's ever found before, you actually get the privilege of like naming whatever you find, whether it be a new species or the actual planet itself.
That's so cool, though.
You just name it. But the only thing that I worry about is, like, I find this really, I'm going down in my ship, I see, oh, what's over there? Like, there's like a moon, like, I'm on a planet, I can see a distant moon. So I think, you know what, I'm going to shoot straight that way. I make my way all the way over there, and then I've come down, as I sort of land on the planet, I look up and it says, "Welcome to planet Cockhead." You know what I mean?
Yeah, that will be my planet.
Yeah,
that will be Ballsack land, Welcome to planet Ballsack.
Yeah, that will be me.
Greg's been there.
Greg, yeah, I'll be like, oh shit, I found Greg finally. I found Greg's Homeworld, do you know what I mean? And then there's these little dog things and lizards walking around that are all called arsehole, twat. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I do worry, man. I do worry, because that's blatantly going to happen as well, Like, I'll probably try and name things like in an intellectually kind of cool way, like maybe with a little bit of a Latin twang on it to make it sound realistic, and I kind of like role play that shit hard. Do you know what I mean? I'm probably going to make like a proper role play series on that, just of, like Stardate, 26th of the 5th, 1984, and going on like deep, balls deep in it, but like it's going to spoil it, I think, a little bit, but it's just human nature.
I like the sound of that, though. You're kind of just reading to a little log book there and just telling what you found and stuff like that.
Like a diary,
yeah.
The events that happen and just documenting my journey, because everyone's journey is going to be completely different, and that's so exciting. Like, this is at the minute, even though they've not 100% confirmed it as a VR title, I think it will be, but they've not 100% confirmed it. Like, it's still at this point in time my #1 game, and that's a massive, bold statement because there's some awesome games coming out, like Star Citizen and even like Elite, man. Like, I just think at the moment it's intrigued me. It's really got my attention, you know. Just,
I'm pretty sure though, if they don't come out with a VR support off the bat, I'm pretty sure Wayne is going to be the first one to hack that shit. So
yeah. Especially with user-generated profiles from Vortex, I'll be working day and night till I get fucking Geometry 3D going on and positional tracking, definitely.
But Wayne, do you reckon you're gonna be? Do you reckon we're gonna be feeling quite lonely in a game like this? Because I'm pretty sure one of the developers were talking about the fact that there is gonna be multiplayer, but it was very, very unlikely that you're gonna be encountering another player anytime soon. You know.
Yeah.
Because of the vastness of everything.
I think at times it will be. I think that that it will be. It'll be more like a single player experience that you can talk about and share that what you discovered and things like that with your friends via Steam. But I think at times it will be lonely. But I quite like that. I quite like it. Especially when you're in VR and you feel like you're lost in a distant world, and it's just completely escaping. Completely escaping. You just there, man. And I love VR for that. I got that feeling with Elite when you were just sort of lost in space, just roaming around. And yeah, I think at times it will be lonely, but there will be non-playable characters as well. Like there's these things that are called, I can't think, are they Sentinels or deities or something? But basically they're like an ancient artificial intelligence which is there to protect and govern the lands. So you can obtain wanted levels, you can piss people off, but if you go onto a planet and just start executing all the furry animals that are, you will become almost wanted by these Sentinels, and in that solar system they'll hunt you down. Also, there's a load of other ships that will be, they're artificially controlled. There's other people piloting them. They'll be going around. There's like these space station things as well. The ones that I saw on the video were very similar to that Tom Cruise film Oblivion. Have any of you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that there's like these really sort of like really high up in the sky, like a platform. You can just land down.
It's like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I can see that it says the player's action will also influence how the factions treats them in the future encounters. For example, by helping a faction win a space battle against a rival one earlier, they may in turn help protect the players from a different faction later. The players can attempt to communicate with non-player characters, NPCs, from these factions, but this will require them to learn the alien languages. So there is so much going into this game. I can't believe it.
There was like these sort of ancient artifacts. You can go down there, and by locating these on the different planets, you start to actually understand certain signs or what, and then you can start piecing together parts of information. So you could actually start maybe trading with people. If you can understand part of their language, you can actually start trading with people which otherwise you may not be able to engage. It looks mad. It looks mad. I would like to see whether our suits because they're sort of like spacesuits, I imagine. Like, are we able to go underwater? Is there an oxygen limit as well, like, or can we just swim, like, to the bottom of the sea and check out what's down there? I'm just putting on just like a little clip now, just of like a bit of footage on it, and it just looks crazy. Absolutely looks insane. Like the amount of ships as well. Like every single ship is going to be slightly different, and it's going to age and weather. So the more time that you spend with your ship, you will actually sort of start to, because it's your ship, man. You'll start to love it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be attached to it. And if you ever lose your ship and you have to get another one, it'll just be like devastating. It will be devastating.
It makes me almost feel like the ship itself will become like a character in the game, sort of speaking, because as you said, you will be so attached to your ship to get around. I mean, Very, very interesting, this game.
And I'm just looking at some of this footage on here now. That like, there's plenty of AI ships, you know, flying around and doing their own thing as well. So I think that's gonna help reduce kind of the loneliness you were talking about earlier. And if you do spot a ship that you like the look of, you can pursue it. And whenever it lands on one of these sort of space station things, I'm just showing it on the screen now. This is like one of the Oblivion-style docking stations I was talking about. You could literally walk over and then purchase the ship if you've got enough credits or units. And then the problem is, though, you can't visually see an indication of whether the ship you're pursuing is actually better or worse than the one that you're in already. So if you can only have one ship at a time, so there's a gamble on buying new ships, you know.
Did you hit share with all, because we're not seeing that on the screen?
Yeah, I was just.
Oh, you're not. How do I hit?
You have to hit. There's two buttons. You want
Don, mate, you've gone to shit again. Sorry, buddy.
Share with all. It's my internet connection, guys. I apologize.
Where's this share with all?
You should get the top.
Yeah, there's a button that says screen share. I can see it there.
You click share screens.
Yep. Internet Explorer. I can't see share with all.
And
sorry, Don, mate. You've literally gone.
Click the screen you want to share.
Yep.
We have someone, Axel Gameplay, saying hi. So, hello.
Hello.
Chris Godley says we have double-digit viewers. Matt Poole, Wayne's jizzing at the mouth for that game.
Properly. Yeah, properly, mate. Yeah.
Hold on, dude.
Definitely.
I'll try to share screens from
I'll be
what are you trying to do?
Is that working now? I did click on screen share for that one.
Yeah, it is working now. We've also got a comment from Ali, but unfortunately it seems to be in Arabic, so I can't read it.
Ah, sorry, mate. But yeah, I am. I would be little spoon to that game right now, you know. Definitely. I really like the look of it, and for me, one of the just biggest factors is, can we get it running in VR, whether it be native or injection. That's one of the. If it's on a flat screen, I won't play it. But I will work night and day to hack the fuck out of it till I can get it running.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, the last that we heard from the devs about VR, when the guy said that he thinks it'd really suit VR, and he's probably said too much already. Although they didn't say yes, it's happening. It was pretty much as a given.
Yeah, I think one of the concerns about it
to support.
Yeah, they were. It's just that it's literally a 4-man team that are doing that, you know, like, and it is going to be a real big job for them to actually get that up and running, you know.
Well, it is confirmed that they have kits though, so I mean they are actively pursuing it at this time. Whether it's going to be supported at launch, probably not, but shortly after launch, I could really so.
Yeah, and that'd be I'd accept that, you know, like if they were saying it's coming out, you know, we are actively working on it, it's going to happen, then yeah, that's fine. I just would like some concrete confirmation that they are going to work towards that, you know, definitely. But if they're not, I will, and we will get a profile going on one way or another.
Nah, we'll crack it.
This is something I'm quite curious about, because I can see the statement here. I'm not sure if this is actually confirmed or not.
We'll put our heads together.
Yeah, man.
Oh snap! Where did I go? Sorry about that one. I'll get back to that as soon as I can find it again. What was it?
I'm just trying to find some information on the game engine here.
You won't. The actual game engine itself.
It's a custom engine, I believe.
It's built by the actual developers. They're the people that have created the engine for the actual game. So you won't find anything this is pioneering shit. To be honest, it's pioneering. And
okay, so yeah, I think I found it. It says the developers aimed for a 90 to 10 rule. About 90% of the planets will be uninhabitable, and of the 10% that do support life, 90% of those will only be mundane life forms, making the planets that thrive with a vivid ecosystem rare within the virtual galaxy.
So they're saying 90% of the planets out there will be barren. Is that what they're saying?
To me, it sounds like that, yeah. But I find that
it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of the vast and the majority of planets out there, I think I read somewhere about what was it like? Somebody talk while I find that shit. I can see it. Their virtual galaxy will include over 18 quintillion.
Yeah.
I mean, mind-boggling.
You won't get to visit that if you played it back to back, you and a mate, and you slept in different shifts. You know, so like you did 12-hour shifts, slept for 12, and then you swapped over. So the game, someone was playing the one game constantly. Even in a whole lifetime, you wouldn't get to see everything.
That's just sick, though. That's just sick.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You will never, ever, ever be able to see everything. There's no chance. No chance. That's just sick.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. And that one time where you like, 3 or 4 weeks into it, maybe even 4 months into it, and then you land on a planet, and then you see another ship come down, and you see an actual player, because players will be few and far between as well, man. And there's like that standoff moment where you're like, what the fuck is he going to do? Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. At that moment, you're just going to freeze, I believe, and you're just going to stand there and just, what the fuck, okay?
Yeah, I think Greg will just execute him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll just fucking kill him right away.
And
just ram him down.
Just teabag him once he's walked over as well. But yeah, like the fact that there is a possibility to actually just bump into someone that's an actual player is next level, 100%. Oh man, I can't believe that like it's just possible. And the work they're doing is literally just 4 people in their team. They've got an artist, they've got a few coders, and the things that they were saying, I saw that they were doing. Literally, they've got this little slider, and it's everything they've got is from templates. So the trees, the rocks, the vehicles, everything is a bit like the Skyrim character creation, where you've got little things that move across, and based on their mathematical equation, like that comes on your download, that will affect everything. So everyone gets the same universe based on this code, and everything's that's procedure generated from these sliders. It's crazy. So he had this test build, like this Sean Murray bloke, one of the creator of Hello Games. He had this. It was like a test build, and in the corner he had this. It was like an overall slider bar, and he moved it up just a little bit, and then he sort of pressed render. And because he just tweaked it just a tiny little bit, the whole fucking universe changed again. Do you know what I mean? Like what was like a mountains, like a mountains and sea, it just completely changed color, completely changed like it was like it went from mountains to ravines and water, and it was just from a little tweak. It was like butterfly effect, like just one little movement changed fucking everything based on his like little chaotic code. And it's just crazy to think that, I mean, they don't even know what some of the shit looks like in the game. They don't even know what they're making. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. I don't know, man.
They're creating a universe,
Sorry, Don, mate. Lost you for a sec. What was that, mate? Oh, he's dropped out again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, creating their own universe, man. It is.
It's normally Greg, man. It's normally Greg doing that shit.
No more though. My internet will be back to normal this week.
Nice one.
Surely. No, I'm definitely thinking that No Man's Sky is definitely a game that I've been dreaming about since I was just a little kid. You know, the fact that you can just go wherever you want, man. I mean, you do whatever you want. I mean, the sky is the limit, or in this case, the universe the limit. I mean, jump from planet to planet, just explore, and it's finally happening. I almost can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't believe how some, I keep going back to the fact that it's a small development team and what they're doing, but they've created something that's basically, as GameHard put it, it's making childhood dreams come true, man. Just about actually feel like you are in a completely different sci-fi universe, and there's you're in control of spaceships and you're going down to planets. That's why the VR element is so key. Then actually feeling like you are there. I mean, when consumer tech comes, I mean, DK2, the DK2 thing it's good. Do you know what I mean? It's good, but like as virtual reality tech improves as well, just actually putting your headset on and being transported to another place, but not just a limited little place, another existence completely.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Andy Sky says, too bad it's cartoon graphics. Well, we haven't actually talked about the art in the game and the way it looks and stuff, but at least when it comes to VR, stuff like that really doesn't matter. I mean, if it's cartoonish looking, I mean, if
the scale.
Yeah, precisely. You can still be very much immersed in a world like that.
Yeah,
sure.
And to be honest, gaming would be a very, very sort of, I don't know, boring if every art style was the same.
Yeah, I agree.
You need some sort of variety in games' art styles. Not every game suits realistic graphics. Not every game suits cartoon graphics,
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree, to be honest, mate. I completely agree, and I don't think the graphics are bad though. Like looking at it, I mean, it does look a little bit cartoony, but it's not fucking Minecraft. Do you know what I mean? It's or Lucky's Tale bad. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look as bad as that. I'm just playing the video now.
You could imagine something like this is maybe a bit of a crazy way of looking at it, but if you imagine a game like Mario. I don't ever really want to see Mario looking photorealistic.
No. Yeah.
I also just want to fill in real quick. Sean from Portland has some great inputs for us here. He says you guys should form a coalition in the game, get fast ship, and fly as a squadron to the same place.
That could be our lifetime mission if we just pick a designated place and work towards it. Can you guys see the visuals on the screen, or is that not?
Yeah. The video pops up.
Yeah, cool. So that could be our mission.
It's not playing at the moment, though, when it's just paused when it's on the screen.
Oh, is it? It's playing on my one.
And he also continues and says that and then fly as a squadron to the same place, fly for like 3 months straight, as fast as you can, establish an outpost at a distant galaxy. Mainstream players will find you guys like 6 months later and be tripped out that you were already there. I love that, man. I love that, Sean.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
So is it streaming now, the actual video?
Yeah.
You can see it now, yeah?
It was a second ago. It seems to have stopped.
Hopefully it catches up.
Yeah.
There'll be an issue with when you're playing it back, though.
Maybe. So can you see that? Is that working?
Yeah. Now it's
working.
Yeah. So if I just kind of scroll and roll that, Jetton, is that any better?
It's a little juddery, but at least
he's playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be crazy. I mean, the thing is, we could literally be at opposite poles. Do you know what I mean? Like, depending on where you start. Apparently, you start on it's just you on the planet that you inhabit at the very start. And, we could literally be lifetimes apart. You don't know.
That's what I think is so exciting. You know, yeah, it might take actually months for you to actually to see another human being, you know, another player. It's so, but I mean, if we could actually find each other in that game, it would be neat.
And Sean Murray, like one of the blokes that founded Hello Games, they asked him. They said to him, "Look, people want to play together, man. Like, is there going to be any sort of DLC going down the line, or are you going to keep working on it?" And this geezer, he's so passionate, man. He's like so committed to it. He wants to keep working on it, and he basically said that like if people want it enough, they'll consider adding it. And you know, like, so probably once you've played 50 hours or whatever, or you know, they'll update a patch where you can sort of like just jump in and jump out Borderlands style, you know. So I think that's interesting as well, the fact that he's open to suggestion and they listen to people. I think that's pretty cool. And I think one of the other things they said about as well was because you only get one ship, you're not. They're sort of talking as to whether they should let people steal ships. They don't want it to turn into like a Grand Theft Auto or like a spaceship stealing simulator. Do you know what I mean? They don't want that.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, well, you could just imagine if, like, you landed on a planet and you'd gone off exploring, someone lands beside your ship, then steals your ship, takes off and explodes, like, shoots their ship so that you're stranded with no ship. That would be pretty annoying.
Yeah, I think you do get like it is possible if your ship's destroyed to actually get like it's almost like an escape pod. So it's got no weapons, it's shit, it's got no warp drive, but it's enough to get you to like the nearest outpost, you know. So,
right. Okay.
So you can get to like one of these space stations and order a new ship. So there's always the option to do that. It'll probably take you a little while to get there because it's slow and shit, but still good that they've thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be ending up like The Martian, you know. You're not going to be all alone on a planet, you know, and just to start to harvest potatoes and shit and just waiting for somebody to go pick you up.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, man. Funny, definitely. I think I'd like to be able to steal people's ships, but I'd like there to be a consequence. So if I went down and stole someone's ship and fucked off in their ship, I want there to be like a really big consequence. Maybe like no one will trade with me in the solar system. You know, maybe I'll flag up on a radar as a pirate. Maybe I'll flag up as, you know, a risk, and if as long as I'm in that stolen ship, it will just be a lot harder for me to progress, or you know, just some sort of like something in place to try and govern that shit and try and.
Well, I think that's the point of the Sentinels that they're talking about, huh? Whereas if you start doing some nasty shit, you're going to get hunted down.
Yeah, because I mean the Sentinels' main mission is definitely to, you know, protect the fauna and protect the life forms that are on this certain planet you're on. And I mean, if you start to fuck around, first of all, they will be sending out tiny little drones that will attack you, and the shit will just escalate as further as you go. You know, it is kind of like GTA. A little bit of GTA, you know, with the
wanted level.
Yeah, precisely. And if you fuck up really, really bad, you know, these Sentinels or these big robots are gonna start firing at you as well. So there is definitely that. And Chris Godley says, "Haha, where's the strip club?" Yeah, good question right there. Nobody knows.
Alien tits, man.
Mm-hmm. Like that bird out of Total Recon with the 3 tits.
Makes me wish I had 3 hands.
And another thing that really at least appeals to me is the fact that the simplicity of it all. I mean, there's no, you know, very fancy and advanced menu systems, unlike in, for say, the other space game we used to play. You know, what? Yeah, precisely, Elite. Yeah, I blacked out there for a second. Yeah, like in Elite Dangerous. I mean, it's a very complicated game, you know. There's, you know, when you're supposed to travel from different galaxies and planets and stuff. I love the simplicity of this game, you know. Just jump in your ship, fly off, and off you go.
There's no tutorial either. I find that quite interesting. That you just dumped on a planet, you've got a ship, go on then, off you go, work it out. You know, I find that quite interesting. Like, and it kind of like you're just free to do whatever. You know, there's no set objective. I think that you will be able to get objectives going down the line, but initially, go on, there's a universe, off you go, sort of thing. You know.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Sean from Portland asks, if you wipe out a whole species on a planet, will it remain extinct for all of history, like the buffalo in Red Dead Redemption? And another guy says, yes, Sean. I cannot confirm this, but I do believe that would potentially happen. I mean, if you could get away with it, and if you could survive long enough to actually destroy our entire planet, how whether this is possible, as Wayne just explained a little back in the podcast, that the vast how big these planets are, you know, it's going to take days and days and probably months for you to actually be able to eliminate all life on a planet. But
yeah,
I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do, you can do it for sure.
Talking of eliminating species, you'll also be able to create new species within the game by capturing an animal from a certain planet, taking it to a different planet where that species doesn't exist, and letting it breed. I think, from what I read, that you'll be then able to create new species that were never in the game in the first place.
That's crazy. If that happens, man, that's just gonna be next level. You'll be seeing all kinds of shit going on. Sort of inbreeding, man. Crazy.
I can see Morton Thompson says, yeah, but good luck wiping out an entire species on an Earth-sized planet. So yeah, he put it in a much more easier way to understand.
You need nukes, man.
For sure. Somebody needs to develop nukes.
I wonder what sort of capacity weapons you can actually get. From what I saw, the actual ammunition in the ships that you get never runs out, which is good. So I think that like you've got sort of phaser technology, so it's like it never, you don't lose ammo. So like you won't ever lose a firefight from running out of ammo, which is nice. But I don't know how powerful the weapons will be, whether whether there's anything OP or needs nerfing. But you probably wouldn't be able to tell because there's so many different planets. How can people vet that shit?
What about fuel and stuff? Is there like fuel in the game? I mean, can the ship run out of fuel? Okay.
Yep. You need minerals, so you'll have to excavate that, and you'll be able to upgrade your excavator as well. So.
Okay. Cool.
On the subject of power of weapons, though, I was watching a trailer of it where they were flying through an asteroid field. And unlike in Elite Dangerous, where you shoot an asteroid and you just see a little puff of smoke and you hear the noise of the weapon impact, and
I saw this.
You could actually blow holes in asteroids and fly through the holes that you've created in the asteroid.
Yeah, that was meant. Yeah, that was.
Right, I think Gamehead's dead.
He's dead.
What?
Yeah, man.
What do you mean I'm dead?
I don't know. You looked like you were dead for a second there.
I'm very much alive. I mean.
I think Greg just predicts the future. That's all, man. It's fine. Nothing to worry about.
Oh shit! I thought I was dead there for a second.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Don't scare me like that.
You'll be fine.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, man. Like, I don't really know what else. I've only done a limited amount of investigation. There's a fair few YouTube channels which are sort of just. That's the only thing they cover. It's like so. I think one of them was Cosmos TV. So if you do get a chance and you are interested in finding out some more shit, this geezer is infatuated. He is like the no man's evangelist. Do you know what I mean? He's on that. So it's worth checking him out. I found him to be
Cosmos TV.
Yeah, Cosmos TV. Yeah, and there's another geezer called Open World Games. That's his channel. He's on this as well. So I found a lot of information from their sites. So worth checking out if you've got a bit of time and you are interested in finding out more information.
I'm going to go and quickly have a look at that Cosmos TV just now.
Yeah. So another thing as well. I sent a tweet to Sean Murray today, just because I was worried that I read on one of these posts saying that he actually wasn't sure whether he was gonna add VR support. But this was before I saw the other one saying that he can't talk about it. And basically, I've asked him to seek help from the big dogs. Just I'm sure that like if he approached Oculus or HTC, Steam, I'm sure that people there would be more than happy to help him get native support up and running. Why wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very true. Usually when they say they can't talk about something, it's because there's like NDA there or something at the moment, and that would suggest to me that they can't talk about it because they're working on it.
Yeah, I hope so. I definitely do hope so, man. I don't know. I think a question to the 12 viewers we've got on here watching at the moment. I mean, any of you guys VR enthusiasts? Do you predict that it will come out as well, or are you looking forward to the virtual reality aspect of it, or are you just looking to play it in 4K, or are you a PC monitor, or are you actually looking forward to the VR element?
Mm-hmm.
And just to put it out there, I mean, we are definitely looking for the VR aspects of it all. I mean, I definitely think that this game is made for VR for sure. I mean,
100%. I can't. Even going back to the times where we were playing Minecraft, Minecraft was simplistic graphics, but the world was large. You could explore, and things were real scale. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. This is almost like the next evolution of like procedural generation, man. And I think they'd be crazy if they missed this opportunity. Definitely. So
absolutely. And as the VR gamer dude says, VR or nothing, man. So he just can't play games on a monitor any longer. So there's definitely a truth to that. I mean, if you actually experienced what it is like to be playing with a VR headset like the Oculus, it's simply just breathtaking. I would say it's just brilliant, because you're in there, you're immersed, you're in the world. It's brilliant. VR if possible, says Morten Thorson. Yeah, so he will definitely be wanting to play it in VR.
Mm-hmm. And Michael Nigyan, not sure how you say that. I'll definitely be playing this in VR.
Yeah, good stuff. So I think it sounds like these guys are just as excited as us. Is there anything else anyone wants to add at all?
Let's have a look. Surely there must
Godley,
be.
Steam VR desktop viewer or something similar could be enough for a while. Well, Chris, VR desktop and the way that works, basically, you'll be playing the game on a giant flat screen in either like a 3D home cinema or on a big floating flat screen in 2D in front of you. So yes, it does add a little bit of sort of virtual reality tech there, but it's not quite what you'd be looking for in something like that. But the VR desktop aspect is a fantastic thing in itself anyway. I actually love that program.
Yeah. So I mean, we have been talking a little bit about if there's any means of goals in the game and stuff like that. All we know is the fact that you are supposed to kind of get as close to the
center, like.
To the center, yeah. And I can see that Hello Games Sean Murray states that one might spend about 40 hours of game time to reach the center of the galaxy if they did not perform any side activities, but he also fully anticipates that the players will play the game in a manner that suits them, such as having those that might try to catalog all the flora and fauna in the galaxy, while others may attempt to set up a trade routes between planets. So that's also a little interesting thing there, the fact that you can put up trade routes and stuff like that. I mean, that's interesting to me, at least.
Yeah, I really like trading. Definitely, it'll be like space Euro Truck. Like I love that Euro Truck shit, man. Like if I didn't do what I did at work, I would probably do some like long haul shit. Like long hauling. can definitely see myself doing that. I like that. I like that. Definitely. One of the things I saw as well, there was these ships. Like, so there was the player character. He was following 3 ships, and they warped off into the distance, and sort of he warped with them. And when they came out of warp drive, I don't think they knew where they were going into, but there was literally like these massive like capital ships and all these little fighters, and they basically warped into a fucking full-scale war. So there was like massive ships and that, and like just people just like there was carnage everywhere, just people just shooting the fuck out of each other, like AI character sort of thing. I find that fascinating that there's actually like intergalactic battles going on in this procedurally generated world, you know, like it's not just a load of planets. There's actually like shit going on at the same time, and I can't get my head around how all these things are possible. I just can't get my head around it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
I was really glad to see that as well, because although I do like the exploration and gathering and stuff, I do like killing things.
Yeah, and I mean, surely there will be a possibility to do that when, I mean, there is different factions in the game, you know, so you will probably, yeah.
The combat looked fun. The combat looks really fun. You know, it doesn't look like overly complicated. It just looked intuitive, you know, and it just looked like a fucking good time. Just going, you know, actually getting involved in some of the combat. I do worry about damaging my ship, though. You know, like if you lose your ship, that's kind of like you're kind of stuck, you know, like until you get like you get this little sort of like if you know evacuation pod thing that's got no weapons, and it's just a massive setback. So I think before you do engage in combat, I think you've got to be a little bit more reserved and sort of pick your fights well, you know. I think if you go steamrolling in there, you'll probably come unstuck, and you'll be probably a few hours set back in the game to get get yourself back up and running and get another vehicle. And you might really like the vehicle you've got, man. And if you lost it because you got involved in some heat that you didn't need to, you'd be gutted, man. So I think you're gonna have to sort of like think about every single combat situation you get yourself into.
Yeah,
shit's got consequences, man.
Yep, I mean, yeah.
Yep, you mean yeah.
Yep, I mean, yeah. No, that's a statement. No, I mean, yeah. I'm just very, very excited about the game. That's all I can say. I want to play it now.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty hyped about it. And to be fair, I mean, would you say we've covered all the bits we wanted to cover today, like in this short bit, or are you happy to go on? Because I could talk about this shit all day. You know what I mean? So but if it is just going around in loops, we could call it and come back to it another day. You know, but. What do you guys think?
I think I covered most of what I wanted to get out there as for say. So yeah, I think we will just be going in loops right now if we carry on. I don't know, Wayne. What do you think?
I think for me, I think that the main thing I wanted to go out there was just that at the moment, this is probably the game that I'm most excited for. You know, like I just hope that I don't overhype it, you know, because overhype can ruin things, you know. Like if you set the bar so high, and it comes just a little bit short of where your expectations are, you could ruin the whole experience. I think you've got to be kind of like careful not to overhype and poison the well with hype, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne is not only on the hype train; he is actually in the driver's seat of the hype train. So yeah,
definitely, yeah, and. So I do try and think to myself, yeah, I should probably take a step back from all this hype, because it's June's a long way away, man. To be fucking dwelling on this daily, you know, like you don't want to. By the time you get to June, actually, you know, be burnt out from doing too much Google searches and looking for new content, and so I think sometimes it's good just to put things on the back burner and then just be aware of it, but just not over search things. I think. That was one of the situations I was really worried about when I just ordered my DK2 as well. You know, never tried virtual reality, VR virgin. I was literally just so worried that I'd overhyped it in my head, you know, like, and then as it turns out, I didn't. And I was really relieved. But there was a massive risk there that I'd spent so much time investigating and watching videos that I just overhyped it, man. So I just hope that I don't do that, and I hope that it lives up to expectations, to be honest, and just see what goes on. Yeah, so do you reckon it's a good time to call it, guys?
Yeah, why not?
I think we could end it with the last question from
let's go through the questions.
Chris what is it called? Goodley. Any of you have a Vive coming or just Oculus? Sorry if that's off the topic, he says.
I've got both ordered at the moment.
There you go. GameHot only has the Oculus Rift, also known as the CV1, coming, but I will definitely jump on the HTC Vive if the money suddenly just magically appears,
Yeah. Although I do say I've got both ordered, I don't know how easy it is going to be for me to afford both. So whichever one comes first at the moment.
Yeah, because like everyone else, we have bills to pay, like everyone else. So
Yeah, definitely, 100%, man. Like we're real people. We go to work. Like we have to. We're in the real work. We're the same as you guys. All you guys watching, exactly the same. We have to get up in the morning, go to work, pay the bills. I've got kids and shit, man. Like money comes in one hand and goes out the other. So for me, it's gonna be difficult for me to justify to the wife as to why I've got two headsets that look exactly the same and do the same thing. So like I've put my pre-order down for the Oculus, but I don't know. The missus has treated herself to a few things recently, so I might just use that as an excuse to get to order the Vive as well. I just hope that if I order a Vive, I don't regret it, or whichever. So if you order two, and then you sat here with two headsets, and you think, what, this one's better, then you got to sell the other one, and you're probably going to lose about 300 quid. Do you know what I mean? So it's a gamble. I mean, they both look very similar. They've both got pros and cons. The Oculus comes in at, I think, what was it, 599? Was it, Greg? Was it, or?
Somewhere around that.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, so it's a lot of money, you know what I mean? And then you got to pay. I think it was $599, and then I've got to pay for the touch controllers as well. But that's to get it up to par with the Vive. What's the Vive? 800 quid, was it?
I think it's around 750.
750. Yeah, so that's a lot of money, man. And then you've got to have a gaming rig that runs that shit as well. Thinking about upgrading your cards when the Pascal comes out. So I think I'll be looking at getting a Pascal GPU when they drop. So it's fucking expensive. It's fucking expensive.
I think one of the big things that we really need to see in VR is Nvidia's GameWorks VR and AMD's Liquid VR, especially with the uprated resolution and frame rate required from both headsets. We're jumping from 75 frames a second required to 90, and we're also jumping from 1920 by 1080 to 2160 by 1200, and that's a big jump.
Definitely, it's a resolution increase, man, as well. It's just like they need to optimize a lot more, and the tech's good, but optimization is key. And if you can, I mean, they do say that the card I've got is like a AMD 290X. They reckon that the 290 is entry. But even then, like, I'm worried that I can't run shit. I can't run shit as well as I'd like to. I'm not gonna be maxing out games. Like, I'm already dragging back some of the distance on Elite Dangerous and things like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is where things like the AMD and Nvidia technologies are going to come into play, where you've got things like multi-res shaders, and you're instantly going to see, like, just with the multi-res shaders, I think it's about 46% performance increase out of your card in VR. So a 46% performance increase out of your card is a big increase. Then you've got...
That's huge. That's an upgrade. That feels like you've had an upgrade, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, then you've got context priority, and there's another couple of additions in there that are going to give increased frame rate as well. So I'm pretty sure with these new technologies, as they drop, and hopefully they'll drop as quickly as consumer VR drops, we should see good performance out of existing cards.
Fingers crossed, definitely fingers crossed for that. I think 2016 is going to be a really good year, but I think it's going to be a really expensive year as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I am over the moon, excited that I managed to get my pre-order in for the Oculus, but at the same time, in the ideal world, it'd be nice to have everything, but you know, I think realistically, I'll probably be sticking with one headset until shit gets cheaper, you know.
Well, like I say, although I've ordered both, my main reason for ordering both was because of the way things turned out ordering the Oculus day one and having issues trying to get my payment through because the site wouldn't accept the payment. I slipped down the line and I'm not getting an initial day one shipment. So I just thought, you know what, get in there. I got in very, very, very quickly within the first 2 or 3 minutes in the Vive pre-order, and if I get a Vive first, then I get a Vive first, you know.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough, and you know that's completely understandable. To be fair, I was fucking devastated to find out that I got an April pre-order on the Oculus when a few others got the March. But fingers crossed that all the people that have were ordering from other countries that weren't sending out to, or people that were ordering for forwarding it on. A lot of the orders actually got cancelled, didn't they? So who knows? Maybe we're a little bit further up the list.
We need to remember as well, they've got 10,000 free units to ship out first. You know, the Kickstarter backers, there's 10,000 units there, I believe. I'm sure that was the figure. So.
Was that ever advertised on part of the original Kickstarter that you'd be getting?
No,
it wasn't. This came like a surprise to everyone actually, and especially the Kickstarter backers as well. So nobody knew this.
Yeah, I think that's random. I mean, it is a really good gesture. It's a really nice gesture for them, to actually do that, and. I just think it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe that's why they weren't in the ballpark figure when they were announcing that shit, But when the costumes come out, there were a lot of people upset with the fact that it wasn't ballpark.
But I mean, you take into account what you're getting, and
it is good. Yeah, people pay more for TVs. Do you know what I mean? People get a HDTV flat screen. And happily pay out that money. People fucking buy mobile phones and spend fucking silly money on it. You know what I mean? That's one of the things I don't really do. To be fair, I don't really jump on the new phones every year. I'll get one that works all right, and then just use it till it fucking breaks, or until I drop it in the toilet when I'm pissed.
I do the exact same thing. I still have an old phone. Like a. Simple Galaxy bullshit, not the latest model, far from it, and I'm not going to be buying a phone to, a couple of, like $1,000. I mean, come on, no way, man.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'd rather upgrade my GPU, do you know what I mean, or fucking upgrade, get some PC shit going on, man. Like, a phone just rings people and texts, so I don't understand that really. But, there you go. So yeah, what do you reckon? Good point to call it, guys?
Yes.
Well, I have to say a massive thank you for anyone that sort of checked in on the video. First ever live stream on this channel. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it. I might even edit this at some point and just overlay some actual video feeds, so stay tuned for that on the channel. Massive thanks to VR Gaming Evolved and GameHard 4.0 for jumping in as well. Cheers, guys.
Cheers for having us, guys.
Cheers for coming.
Yeah, nice one. All right. See you later. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.